Hi everyone, welcome to Live Blogger. In this video, we will see how to create an image slider for your WordPress website and how to place it anywhere on your site. So let's get started. I have the dashboard of my site opened over here, and we'll use a plugin to create our slider. So let's go to plugins and click on add new. So let's search for slider, and here we can see there are a lot of awesome plugins that can help you create sliders for your website. But we are going to use the plugin called Smart Slider 3, and we can see that it has a 5-star rating. So let's go ahead and install that and then click on activate. Alright, our plugin has been activated. Now on the sidebar over here we can see a new menu called Smart Slider. So let's click on that. And here we can see the UI of our smart slider, and they also have a tutorial video over here. And then here we can see we have some options like new slider or template library. So if you go to template library, we have a lot of amazing templates for our slider, and some of them are free, and for some others you have to pay. Alright, so these are all the templates we have for our smart slider, but we'll just close this and we'll create our new slider from scratch. So let's click on new slider, and here we can name the slider. So we'll just keep it slider for now because we are just creating one slider, and we'll keep the default width and height. You can even set it to full width or thumbnail. Alright, so now let's click on create, and our new slider has been created. So let's just click on show only errors so that we won't get this message every time. So just click on got it. And here we have the options of adding slides. So let's click on slide 1, and let's choose this image. And if we go down over here, we have a lot of different options for our slide. So right now if we click on preview, this is how our slider looks right now. So let's click on close, and in publish we have this shortcode which we can use to place it in any page we want. And then here we have general options where we can name the slider, and we also have this option of touch and pointer drag. So if you click and drag on any of the image, we can go to the next or the previous slide. Then we have the thumbnail, then we can align it to wherever we want, and we have all these options over here. And there are also some animation options. So if you want some animation, you can choose one from here, and you can even set the duration of the animation. Alright, in the next tab we have the option to change the slider size. So we had set this when we created the slider, but we can change it over here as well. We can even set margins to top, right, bottom and left. And then we have this option of responsive, full width and all these things. And then we have the autoplay tab. If you enable this, the slider will start the animation right when the page loads. And then we have the option to optimize the images. So if you want that, you can enable it as well. And then here we can set when the slider should load. So when it is visible at 50%, we can start it. And if you have multiple sliders, then you can load this slider after another. So you have to type the ID of the other slider over here. And we can also set a delay in milliseconds. And in developer we have some advanced options, like we can add some CSS, and we can even add some JavaScript code over here. And down we can see we have different options, like we can set the arrows. So you can select which type of arrow you want. And here we have different shapes which we can select for the arrows. And you can even add your own image over here. And we can change the color as well. And if you want, you can even add your own CSS over here. So if I click on style, we can add the extra CSS, or you can even play with these settings over here. But let's stick with the default. So let's click on cancel, and we can set the positions of the arrows. So the previous position should be on the left side, and the next position should be on the right side. You can even set the offset, so it will be 15 pixels away from the corner. Alright, then we have the option of adding bullets. So let's click on bullets. Bullets are displayed to show how many slides we have and which slide is active right now. So let's add bullets to our slider. So let's click on this button. And we can set the position over here as well, and we can even style the dot and the bar. So if you go to style, we have the options like we saw earlier. So you can add your CSS if you want, or you can even play with the settings. Let's keep all these on default, and let's go to text bar. We'll add the text right on the slider. So let's click on thumbnails, and if you want the thumbnails of each slides to be visible, then you can select this option. But I don't want the thumbnails to be shown, so I'll just leave it as disabled. And then here we have the option of shadows. So let's click on this button, and here we have some cool shadows displayed over here. So let's select a shadow from here. We'll select this one over here, and alright, now let's click on save. And now let's go to this slide over here and click on edit, and here we can see the slide. We'll just close this tutorial thing for now, and we can see the slide right here. Alright, now let's add some text over here. So first of all, we will add a structure. So we'll just add this basic structure, and we'll change the background color to white. Alright, now we'll add a heading inside our structure, and we will type something over here, and you can change the color over here. So if you go to this, we can change the color to say red, or we'll change it to blue. And you can go ahead and play with these settings, and you can do a lot of things using Smart Slider. So let's go ahead and make this structure smaller. Alright, now we'll add some more text inside our structure. So let's drag this inside the structure, and here we can see our text. We'll just go ahead and add some line height, and we will also add some padding to our structure. So just click on this blue bar over here and drag it, and we have 35 pixels of padding. And do the same thing over here as well. Alright, now the last thing we'll do is add a button. So just drag this button over here inside the structure, and for the label we will type learn more. We'll leave the color as it is, and we'll add some margin above our button. So let's go over here and drag this blue thing, and we can add margin. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and place this whole content down here on our image. So let's select this, and we'll select the whole content. So click on content, and then click on this button over here. So we can see everything is shifted downwards, and I think that's basically it for this content. So let's just zoom out a little and see the whole slide. So here we have the image, and we have this content, and these headings and buttons over here. Let's go ahead and save this. Now let's click on back to slider, and now we will go ahead and click on these options over here, and we'll click on duplicate, and we'll make some minor changes over here. So let's click on edit. First we'll change the background image. So click on background, and clear this image from here, and let's click on this, and we'll select this image. Alright, now for the text we will type app design. Alright, that's it for this slide. Let's save this and go back to slider, and we'll create one more slide. So click on duplicate and click on edit. We'll click on background, and we'll clear this image and select another image. So let's select this image over here and click on select, and we'll change this text. We'll type logo design. Alright, so that's basically it. We'll also change the thumbnails so that we can see it on the sliders page. Alright, now click on save and click on back to slider, And we can see the 3 slides over here. We haven't changed this thumbnail, so let's click on edit, and we'll go to settings and change the thumbnail. Alright, so now click on save, and we can see our slides right here. So let's click on preview, and here is how our slider will look on a page. We have the next and previous buttons over here, and we also have these animations, and we can even click on these bullets, and we can even click and drag. Alright, so let's close this. And now if you want to add this to a page, all you have to do is copy this shortcut from here and paste it in any page you want. So let's go to pages, and we have this about page over here. So let's click on edit. If you are using the classic editor of WordPress, you can just paste in your shortcode right here. But if you are using the Gutenberg editor, you can access the smart slider right here. So just search for smart slider, click on that, select a slider, and you can select a slider from here. So we'll select our slider, and there's our slider. So let's click on preview, and if we go down the page, we can see the slider right here. It is working all right. Alright, so that's how you create an image slider for your WordPress website. Alright, so that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below, and click on the like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.